What's up, everybody? It's C&G and Mango. We are back, your favorite movie critics, and today we are reviewing Emily the
Criminal. Yes.
All right. I don't even know where to begin on this one. It kind of
Okay, let's start with this.
Feeling kind of unsatisfied at the end.
Really? But I wanted to say, because we haven't talked until now, so I wanted to say, is it a go or not go? 1, 2, 3.
Don't go.
Oh, okay.
All right, so watch the movie, but not in the movie theater. Like, that's how I feel. I don't think it's worth paying for to go to the movie theater.
Oh.
I think it's like an airplane watch. It's like a can't find anything else on TV kind of watch. Like, it was cool, but I didn't like the way I felt at the end of the movie. I felt a little unsatisfied at the end of the movie.
Okay, I'll agree with that part in the end. However, I wanted to integrate the concept of inception, and in a second it makes sense. You know, in the end of the movie where the whole part with inception, it's like, oh, if he's still sleeping or not, and there was a whole confusion around it because the thing was still spinning, so it was left to the audience to decide what it is. So I feel that was like, just to not give any spoilers, that's what I felt you may feel, because you were like uncertain what was really going on in particular part of that movie, which I agree with you, but in a way that's kind of what I liked. It kind of gave me the idea.
I need to know answers. I don't like not knowing.
But I already created my own answer, so for me it's a go. And the reason why I say it's a go, I was really captivated from the get-go. I look a lot into the screenplay, into the visuals of the movie and how it was done, and it was very realistic. One of most realistic movies that I've seen most recently. I felt like I was living the life. It was like very realistic for me, and it felt everything was kind of like it's definitely a reality. Like, I really felt real through the whole movie, except to some drama inside of the theater, which we can talk in a second.
Oh gosh, yeah. I don't know what was. Don't go to the movie theater on Sunday afternoons, because that's when like all the crazy people come out to play. I don't know what was going on.
Okay,
today.
so like, and the other point is, don't go to the movie theaters. Not necessarily Sundays afternoon, but I would say the small theaters. The seats between between each other was so close. I had the guy sitting in front of me, and he was like, you know, a bigger dude. So when he led,
bigger, like twice his size.
Twice my size. So when he was leaning on the chair, he was already hitting my knees, and I had to go to the restroom. The moment I got up, I accidentally hit him. So he turned around and he started screaming at me.
I'm gonna report you.
But that's besides the point. Oh, in the beginning of it, there was like this.
Come on, man. We're
there
at
was
the
this
movie theater
lady.
on Sunday afternoon. Like, you really gotta act that crazy about it? Like, it
Oh
was
my
an
God.
obvious accident.
And there was this lady that was like, you know, like coming in with the crutches and all that, which is cute, the cutest thing. But then movie already started, and she's like, well, I'm not gonna sit here. Like, literally was like yelling on top of her lungs while the movie was on. So it was a little bit distracting.
If you're trying to change seats with someone, you're supposed to whisper about it in movie theater. But she was literally like in the middle of the movie, like,
well, let's
loud as hell.
Well, guys, tell us what
and everyone was like, you better be quiet. Like, people were getting mad at
Can
each
you
other.
please?
There was
There
a lot
was
of
a lady-
negative energy.
There was a lady who
Speaking
said,
of a criminal kind of movie, it was a negative energy theater today. Like, I felt the negativity around these angry people. There were so many angry people in the theater.
It was definitely, and I think there was a lady who was sitting right next by, and she's like, "Can you please shut up?" Like, she apologetically said, "Shut up." It was really
to
that
girl,
lady. So it was really like weird. Why there? And definitely it's a distractive. And let's talk for a second, and we're gonna go right back into critics, guys. But let's talk about the etiquette of the movie theater and watching. I think we may have a different opinions here. I'm a big on no talk. Like, even whispering, it's a big no, because if there's a person right next to you, or even if you think nobody's hearing you, guess what? You're wrong. You've been heard, because the theater is constructed in a certain way that everything comes up or on the sides. I really feel always like triggered by when people are talking. So that's kind of my part, and I'm a big no in a movie theater. Even though I'm guilty as charged, I've done it.
You know what? I'm a no-no in the movie theater. are about?
What?
When you bring your scooter into the theater and you have seats in the middle of the theater, in the middle of the row, and you decide to bring your scooter right there and place it right there in front of you, and then get up a few times to go to the bathroom, go get popcorn. But you got up 3 times today in the movie theater.
I did.
Thank God I didn't bring a scooter though, but
Well,
I know where you were going, and I flipped that on you.
No, that was really good, and you're right. So that's why I don't bring scooters no more. Lesson learned. But what do you think in terms of the etiquette on?
I agree with you.
Oh wow, I love it.
Except for when like you're like alone in the theater and you're just with like your buddy or something, then maybe it's a little different. But still, like still you want to be respectful.
Yeah, I mean, if it's only 2 of us, then I think it's allowable. Like you can do it, but as long as it's another person, I feel. But let's jump back right into
let's go back.
But
into
tell
the
us,
movie.
guys, what you think on that. You know, on the film etiquette, I guess.
Yeah.
But like for me, I did enjoy it a lot, and I would definitely say this is a type of movie you want to go in and watch by yourself or with someone. It's a really well written movie, and I feel it has a really good story around it.
But it fell short, babe. Like, listen, like honestly, like it started good, and I felt like, ooh, this is an interesting concept. I like where they're going. They're started to do some character building, and then they kind of fell short on the character building because when the movie ended, I wasn't left feeling like really bad or really hurtful or really anything towards any one specific character.
Yeah.
They didn't make me feel something really strongly towards any specific character.
I actually see your point. There is a development of each and one of the character could have been developed a little more.
Yeah.
I think it was. You're right on that point. I agree with that. But let's just zoom out for a second and let's see the poster again. So this is playing right now. It's actually today was the first day. It's Emily the Criminal, and
what did you think of Aubrey Plaza?
I really think she did absolutely phenomenal job. But do you want to talk about what are the scores that we are having right now? So
yeah, you want to bring us back?
Yes, of course.
So
Sorry.
Rotten Tomatoes gave this a 93% critic score and an 88% audience score, and that's what made me want to go see it in the first place.
Yes.
Because typically I do not like going to the movies unless the movie is playing in the Dolby Cinema theater.
Yes.
With a nice, cushy seats.
So we don't have to hit other people.
Yeah, so you're not bumping into people getting yelled at and they're getting threatened in the movie. You literally got threatened.
I'll wait for you outside.
So typically, I don't really want to see a movie that's not in the Dolby theater, but and this movie wasn't. So I was like, but because it got such a high Rotten Tomatoes score from the critics and the audience, I was like, gee, we gotta go to this one. The score is so high. And it's moments like this where I don't get it. Like I don't get how this score is this high.
Well, I agree with this score at this particular time, just because I do think it's very realistic. And
what score would you have given it personally?
I mean,
from 1 to 100.
1 to 100, I think in terms of just like the first expression, what I'm feeling right now, I will give an 85, 90. I would say. Yeah. What would you give?
35, 38.
Oh no, come on! You have to think about the whole picture.
Again, for the first half of the movie, I would have rated it like 55, something like that. But
wow.
how I feel now, no.
I feel okay. So I think where the way I'm kind of going on this is really based on a couple criterias. One is a script, one is a cinematography, one is a acting of the people, and I'm sure you're doing kind of the same evaluation in your way. But for me, it really everything kind of hit its own road. Yes, there's a few things that you pointed out that I absolutely agree, but like that doesn't really take from the.
I thought it was going somewhere good, and then it fell short.
Oh wow! Okay,
well,
let's agree to disagree on this one. That's okay.
Sure.
That's what we are critics. Sometimes we won't agree, and I'm glad that we kind of. Have differences, but I do agree on your points.
You wouldn't tell them go spend their money for the movie theater for this.
No,
You'd say go see it in the movie theater.
Yeah, I would say
you
that.
think it's worth going to the movie theater
Yes,
movie, even
I do.
though it's not in the nice
well,
seats.
again, you have your own opinion, I have mine,
All
and
right.
I would say I would say it is worth of going and seeing it and
Okay.
spending that bucks.
Okay.
You know, definitely.
All
And
right,
if
just make sure you get popcorn to help you. You know?
Yeah.
That's all I can say. Make sure you get
big
some
ones
popcorn.
because you can have a free refills, by the way. And spoilers on the popcorn, if you get a box, you can refill right there and get a new popcorn. Because I just left the movie during the movie and it was annoying to some people, I'm sure.
Yes.
And I
and
ran.
you don't want to miss out. You don't want to
And
miss
I was like waiting for
anything.
7 minutes to get my orders. So definitely
Yeah.
get your food before entering. And if you get the big one, you can get the box and refill it right away. So you don't need to keep coming up and down. Because I'm sure that's another part of etiquette that people probably get annoyed with me. And guilty as charged.
Well, we love you anyway, Jake.
Thank you. I appreciate you. I think with that, I think we have
Yeah, guys, let us know what you think in the comments.
Yes.
If you saw this film, if you're going to see this film, what you thought of the film. And don't forget to follow us on Instagram
Yes.
at Goran Mervic, at Cheryl.tv. And let us know what movie you want us to review next. And we'll see you guys soon.
See you guys. Bye.